Salutations, it's Mr. Dube. Guard your gates. Guard and protect your gates at all cost is the title or the discussion in today's video. So what are these gates? Where are these gates? And who or what exactly are we trying to keep out from entering through these gates? I'm going to unpack that for you in today's video. As you all know, or as you all should know, or as some of us believe, if you believe something else, that is your prerogative. This body of ours is not who we are. This body of mine, this avatar of mine is not who I am, right? It is just the means or the vessel for my soul, which is timeless, has no race, has no gender, and has existed since the inception of the universe. As soon as the universe was incepted, my soul was part of that big bundle of the universe. All has existed, has no gender, has no age, right? It exists within my avatar. It uses my avatar to experience this 3D reality, this dreamlike state that we're in, this dreamlike world that we exist in, this matrix, if you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter what your belief system is, but you will be able to relate or understand what I'm trying to share with you. And as I said in previous videos, I am sharing this not to preach, but as a reminder to myself and for those who may benefit. So what are these gates that exist within us or exist within this avatar of ours that we use to navigate this 3D reality? This is not us, not you. It's just your avatar that you use to navigate. It's just a mental image, right? It's your image of yourself in this game. It's like who you think you look like, right? I'm currently incarnated into this black avatar, this black man in South Africa. This is who I am in this lifetime, right? If you believe in multiple lifetimes, but for argument's sake, in this lifetime I incarnated. It's my time to play the game, and I came to play it as a black man. No, very brave, because it's very hard, as you all know, but I'm here to play the game as a black man. And in this avatar of mine are 5 gates. It's 5 gates that we need to look after, you need to protect, no, at all times. It's easier said than done. It's a perpetual battle. It's a perpetual battle that I myself still struggling with. That's why I'm making these videos, to remind myself, to remind others. It's a perpetual battle. Nobody ever gets it and gets it right. It's just something that you have to continue. It's a continuous fight till the end. Continuous fight till the end. Your first gate, your eyes, right? It's the first gate. Second gate, your ears. It's the first gate. Third gate is your mouth. That's your third gate. Fourth gate, your mind. Most important and hardest one to actually regulate, right? The fifth one is your aura, your being, your aura. Aura that's around your avatar. Those are the 5 gates that you need to protect at all cost. Now, who are the enemies? Who are we protecting? Or who are trying to keep out from getting in and out of these gates, right? Enemy number 1, the biggest enemy and your biggest enemy that you'll ever encounter in your existence is yourself. That's the first enemy, is you. You are your biggest enemy within this matrix, within this game, within this dreamlike state, within this dunya. You are your biggest enemy. Then you have other malevolent creatures, malevolent entities, right? Your demons and other entities that we do not see, right? But they can interact with us. They can plant thoughts into our mind. They can influence us. And whatever influences our being will ultimately influence the reality that we experience out here in this matrix, in this dreamlike world. Whatever is influenced within our being and through our avatar to our being will ultimately influence the experience that avatar experiences in this 3D dreamlike world that we have, right? So the first one is your eyes. And you have to look at yourself in this case as a very strict bouncer or a very strict security guard that is guarding this door of things coming in, things coming out, or things coming in this case in your eyes. Is that what are you doing with your eyes? What are you watching? Are you watching prom? Can't say the actual word because YouTube doesn't like it. But are you looking at naked people on the internet? Are you going to poor places, trash places that look like rubbish dumps and hanging around there, right? Are you driving through beautiful scenery? What are you watching? What are you feeding yourself through your eyes, because you are in charge of what you look at. You're in charge of what you see, right? Nothing can traumatize you if you haven't seen it already. If you haven't seen something, it can't traumatize you, it can't hurt you, it can't affect your experience in this place, because you've guarded your eyes. No, we didn't see it. You read the right things, you watch the right programs, you look at the right things. When you're walking in public, especially for us guys, do you lower your gaze? Are you looking at every girl that goes past? Are you looking at every woman that goes past you? Are your eyes all over the place? Where are your eyes? Because all those things that you are allowing into your being through this gate is going to affect you, and it's going to affect the experience that you have in this 3D reality ultimately. So you need to guard the gate of your eyes and make sure that your eyes are consuming positive, constructive, uplifting frequencies and vibrations, because all it is frequency, vibration, and light. That is what we are letting in and letting out. Second gate is your ears, right? And it's the same thing. What are you listening to? Who are you listening to? What are you allowing to go into your psyche? What programs are you allowing to go into? Because what we see, what we hear, it becomes a program inside of us. The more we repeat it, the more we listen to whatever we're listening to, it becomes a program inside of us. And that program affects how we move, how we think, and how we progress in this reality. And ultimately, it influences and creates the experience, a different experience, depending on what has influenced us, depending on what we have allowed into our being, right? Because when you allow things into you, it's basically like planting a seed, right? It can only come in through your ears, your eyes. It can only come in through that way. You're allowing seeds inside which will be buried within your being, right? You can hide them inside of you, the things that you've seen, that you've thought, that you've heard. You can hide them, but they will manifest. Things that you harbor will manifest. So you are planting seeds that will later on manifest in this world. So you must be careful of the seeds that you're planting. What kind of seeds are you planting, right? Are you lying into your eyes and your ears? Next is your mouth, right? Gate number 3 is your mouth. What kind of food are you eating? Are you blessing your food before you eat it? Because everything is energy, right? Everything is energy, everything is vibration. So you don't know where that food came from. You don't know the source of that food, where it was farmed or where it was grown, or where that livestock was kept, and the conditions that livestock was kept in. You could find the farm owner was a very terrible man. Mistreated his staff members, mistreated people. So there was a lot of negative energy, negative vibrations that are in that environment. So when those people are cultivating those plants or harvesting those plants, or they slaughtering that animal, their own negativity, their own vibration, it gets passed on into those animals. Depending how those animals were kept, if they were kept in tiny, tiny places, in tiny spheres where they couldn't move around properly and the energy was just off, when that food arrives on your table and you're about to consume it and you're about to eat it, right? If you do not pray, if you don't believe in prayer, then just be grateful for it. Bless it to say, dear universe, dear Lord, dear Maker, whoever you believe in, allow this food to be a means of nourishment for me. May it nourish me, may it make me stronger, may it be a benefit for me. Do not just eat it and consume it like an animal, right? Just eat it like an animal. Be conscious, right? Connect with the universe first. Say, listen, thank you for, first of all, bringing me this food to me, allowing me to have this plate in front of me, and also please bless it and make it a means of nourishment for myself, for my being. So you dispel all that negative energy that is attached to that food, right? That's the first way you have to guard yourself, or guard your mouth, right? In terms of us coming in, right? Make sure that you bless your food, you're grateful for it before you consume it, because you don't know where that food comes from. You don't know the environments where they've packed it. You don't know what's going on there. And also guard your mouth by not putting poison into your body. Do not allow poison into your body. All of us do it, right? Myself included. Long time battle which I've won, but smoking, drinking, we know all these vices that we have, right? I don't drink. I haven't drank in like 14 years, since like high school. I left drinking after high school. Stopped drinking. Right? I haven't touched alcohol. I don't enjoy alcohol. Right? I may have, let me not say I haven't, Might have moments of weakness where I was maybe celebrating with a friend and had a sip, or little shot glass to celebrate and had a sip, but that would be over 10 years ago, right? So don't drink, but those are poisons that you're allowing into your body that affect your being. It weakens your avatar, affects your experience in this world, it lowers your vibration. So you create low vibrational events that match who you are, that match your vibration. So guard your mouth. Make sure that you're not putting poison into it. You're not poisoning your avatar by consuming nonsense through your mouth. Even fluids, even when you're drinking fluids like alcohol, it's poison. Killing yourself, right? Destroying your avatar. That affects how you maneuver and progress through this game. And if you're having normal fluids, water, juice, also say a little prayer for it, bless it, and say, may this water nourish me, may it flush out all toxins and all poisons out of my body and make me strong, right? I believe in saying those things. Words have energy. Put those words into that food, empower it, energize it with your own energy, then consume it, right? So that's your mouth. Guard your mouth. And the fourth one is your thoughts, right? Your mind, your thoughts, which is the hardest gate to manage, right? You need to manage your thoughts. You can allow a thought to come into your mind and don't let it sway you. Don't let it influence you too much. Get into a habit or begin to learn how to entertain thoughts without believing them, without letting them affect you. Let them flow in and out, and allow yourself to choose. As I said, you're like a strict doorman. Right? Your strict doorman says, okay, this thought, you can come in. I need you. I need more thoughts like this. Come in, come inside, come inside. Then you also need to go inside yourself. Like, no, you guys have been in here for too long. I don't need you guys. Get out. Get out of my vessel. I don't need these kind of thoughts anymore. Move. Get out of here. Get rid of them. Because they're no longer serving you, or they're creating a reality that you do not desire. So you need to get those thoughts out. You need to regulate them. Control your thoughts. Right? You're allowed to think whatever you want to think. That's the only thing that the creator of this place gave us ultimate control over is our mind. You can think whatever you want to think at any time, whenever. No one can tell you what you think. No one can force you to think anything you don't want to think. You can think whatever you want to think. So when your thoughts are flowing in like crazy, you are in charge of that. Right? You can be your worst enemy in this case, thinking nonsense. Right? So you need to protect yourself from that. You also need to guard your thoughts for the thoughts of others. Your mind, guard them for the thoughts of others. So your environment is very important. It's important where you hang out, who you hang out with, because even when you're quiet and you're sitting in a room with somebody, whatever thoughts they are harboring inside their mind are being emitted into the universe, and you're going to download them. And here's an example that will make you understand that you are downloading people's thoughts. I'm sure a lot of you have had this experience in your life where, for instance, you thought of an idea, a business idea, whatever, an invention that you thought of, a small idea that you thought of. You think about this idea, then all of a sudden 2 months later someone else is doing it. They're doing it. Your idea that you thought you were a genius, you got it, someone else is doing it. Right? They didn't steal your idea. They didn't steal your idea. The idea was already there. It was already sent into the ether. It was there floating, and whoever was ready to receive it would receive it. So he received that thought, but he ran with it and made it into a reality. You received it, you entertained it, but you didn't run with it. That was a difference. However, it will remind you that all these thoughts, right? All these thoughts that we harbor, that come into us, are sometimes the thoughts of other people. And also, we also emit our own thoughts into the universe. We also emit our own thoughts into the universe for others to also download into their being. So you need to guard your thoughts and make sure that the thoughts that are coming in are the best of thoughts. If a thought that comes in and it disturbs you, it's fine. Don't freak out. No one is perfect. You can never have just a flow of positive, good thoughts every day. That is not possible for no human being unless they're an ascended master, right? You're going to have days when you have bad thoughts, but understand that they are passing by. Entertain it, see it in your mind's eye, let it go, replace it with something positive. When a nonsense thought comes across your mind's eye, replace it with something positive. Replace it with something positive, right? Because at times, some entities that are here that we don't see, in another realm, they can influence us, they can see us, we can't see them. They can influence your thoughts. Plant ideas, plant things into your mind that's not you. All of a sudden you're sitting at home, next thing you want to go visit some woman. Why? Next thing you're craving this person's company. Next thing you want to go drink. Next thing you want to go do whatever it is. That is not what you're actually looking forward to doing at that moment. Why is that? Sometimes it's not your thoughts. It's other entities that are coming in and they're dropping those thoughts into your mind, into your avatar, which will affect you and your experience in the avatar. So you need to guard your mind, protect your mind. Pay attention to your thoughts. Don't just be living, half asleep, just going through the motions and not paying attention. And what's going on in my mind? It's loud in our heads. It's very loud in our heads. A lot of people don't know that because they're not listening. They're not seeing what's going on inside. They're just living out here, in their projected reality, and not paying attention to what's going on inside here. So learn to pay attention to what's going on inside here and learn to regulate it. Allow thoughts only that you need in and let all the nonsense thoughts out. And the fifth and the last, apologies, my video got interrupted, had to take a call. However, the fifth and final gate that you have to protect is your aura. And what your aura is, in the easiest way I can explain it, it is the energetic field around your being, right? Your vibe that you emit into the world. When you walk, a person says, hey, I don't like that person's vibe. I don't like the energy that is emitting from your aura. So you have to protect your aura, because all of us, when you move around and interact in society, we're all interacting with each other's auras. We're all interacting in each other's auras, and some people's auras are not clean. They're not clean. In Zulu, we say, banemkhokha, uzothatha imkhokha yabantu, meaning you carry the bad omens of other people. Uzothatha imkhokha yabanye abantu. You want to go and attract the bad omens of other people that are attracted to their aura, because they have this negative, low vibrational, heavy, dirty energy, right? And if you hang around those people long enough, your energy starts to become intertwined with theirs. And you also end up having, right, one of those heavy, dense, negative auras that you want to carry around with you. So you have to protect your auras, one, by choosing the type of people that you hang out with. Choosing the type of people, choose high vibrational beings. All about vibration. Choose high vibrational people, high vibrational spaces, right? Beautiful spaces, nature, by the ocean, take walks in the park. Anywhere where it's high vibrational will help you to maintain a clean and healthy aura. Also, when you've been out there and interacting through society throughout the day, it is always good to cleanse your aura at the end of the day. And not some spiritual stuff, like you need a guru here or a priest or a sangoma, to do a cleansing for you. A sangoma is like a witch doctor in Africa, or a druid, whatever you want to call it, but it's a practitioner of dark magic, right? Or the cult, practitioner of the cult. So you don't need anybody like that to cleanse your aura at the end of the day. A simple shower, a simple bath, you just go in there and you make the intention. You make the intention when you step into that water. You make that intention. If you are Muslim and you're going to make wuzu, you're making that intention that I'm removing all negative energies away from me. When you take a shower, just make an intention in your mind's eye. Just picture that shower like a shower of light, coming onto your body and showering you with light and positivity from the universe and cleansing you of all the heavy and negative and low vibrational energies that have attached themselves to you throughout the day. Whether you met somebody, said to somebody, gave them a hug, or had to work in an environment where, let's say maybe it's an informal settlement, very low vibrational, very unhappy people living in there, and you were there for the day for whatever job that you have to do, you are attracting, you are making contact with and intertwining with other people's auras. So you must protect it and guard it by, one, staying away from low vibrational beings, low vibrational places, right? Dirty places, nightclubs, that's a low vibrational place. As much as you like it, low vibrational places, right? Stay away from places like that with low vibes. And also make sure after the end of a long day, we've interacted with a lot of people. Bathing is not just for your physical avatar only. Cleansing yourself with water is not just for your physical avatar only. Water is actually a living being, right? Water is alive. You don't really understand what water is at this point in time, but water is a living being, and you use that water to cleanse you. Let it cleanse you, let it renew your energy so you can go to bed, or you can sit by yourself in your normal state at your own beautiful aura that you're emitting, and you need to protect it like that. So Mr. Dube, I love those who love me, and in good time, as I make these videos. Thank you for the support, man. The previous ones that I made where I'm not showing my face, but I'm scripting it, and I have my clone voice to read over the script. I will be investing in better equipment as time goes on, as the means allow, because I am no rush. I'm not trying to do this for views or anything like that. I'm doing this to leave a trail for myself, for those who may benefit. But in time, I'm going to try to make my videos a little bit more exciting, the background a little bit more interesting, and try different things just to also improve your viewing experience, because I believe this is important information that I'm relaying. And unfortunately, our attention span in this day and age is very short, and the human mind is that if it's not distracted by something else, or if the attention is not caught by something else, you're going to lose interest very quickly. So I'm going to try different means, different ways that I can send out my message and it can be received and it can be passed on to those who may need it. It's Mr. Dube. Love those who love me. Cheers.